Good, good, good. Good night, everyone. This is Roman, Amazon seller and promoter of Amazon Metric Processor with yet another video explanation tutorial of how to do e-commerce business these days. So I've spent a couple of hours on Twitter searching for what do people talk about, and I found an interesting thread about how people are whining that Amazon selling and marketplace selling in general becomes harder and harder, and that advertising eating like more and more margin. It becomes unbearable to sustain the margin, and to which I can say, suck it up, sucker. That's what we are dealing with, and instead of whining, let's kind of find the explanation of what's going on and adapt and use all of the tools at our disposal that help to rectify those problems that we're facing on Amazon marketplaces. Anyway, in today's topic, I would like to address that issue of perceived value over the gains and losses. There's one book, it's called Thinking Fast and Slow, and in this book there was a beautiful and brilliant example of explanation of how we people perceive the value of the gains and the losses. And if we put it on the graph, it would look exactly like this. So on the horizontal axis we have dollars, gains on that side, losses on that side, and on the vertical line we have the perceived value of those happening. And in this book, the author offered to play a game. Let's play a game right now. For example, if I approach you and told you, let's play a game, head or tail. If you win, I'll give you $150. But if you lose, I will take $100 from you. Really simple. Most of the people reject those rules and reject playing these games. However, if you think about it and multiply the probabilities of happening of both of the events, you'll easily figure out that this part of this game actually mathematically profitable, because the mean of the game is $25 regardless of the outcome. So in a sense, if you play this kind of a game long enough, you'll be positive. However, and that's exactly where the graph comes in, right? So the perceived value of winning, so each step is $50, has a certain amount of a perceived value in mind, right? So if we gain the $50, this will feel like this. I don't know, let's put it a number, let's say 10, right? If we win $100, it's gonna be here, you see, but it's not the same magnitude as 10, so it's a little less, so it will be like 13, let's say. If we win $150, this perceived value will be 115, right? But if you lose, that's what's gonna happen. So if we lose like even 50, it feels unbearable. It feels like double the 50, right? It's minus 30. And if we lose 100, it feels even more devastating, minus 35, right? So like the perceived value of a loss, it's always like sitting in the back of the head and like burdening us day and night, right? So the loss are emotionally more powerful, but regardless of the same amount, right? Winning 50, losing 50, it's nothing in this modern days and age. It's nothing. So that's why the people on Twitter was whining about the unit economy of the products that they're selling, because technically if we think about the sales price of a unit, the $100 that you get received from the customer will be split to this, to fulfillment, to referral, to storage, to returns, to ads, everything, and it will eat up like 50% for this, and like for that it will eat up even like 25% of everything. So $75 have been eaten already, and you're left with 25%. And on that 25%, you need to attribute COGS, shipping, customs, inbound fees and whatnot, like demurrage, chassis and everything. And only after that you will have your little piece of a cake that you will consider to be a profit, which is fine This is a good situation. I'm sounding like a broken record. I'm feeling like I'm talking about this like one more like within every video, but that's the part of the game, because I need to convey this idea that once you get this little piece of the pie, which is profit, it's actually good. All you need to do is just multiply. All you need just to do is just to onboard to enter other marketplaces, or find or make another version of your product, like different color, different sign, or whatnot. But back to the point. So when you came to the realization that your actually piece of the pie is actually super small, and when you strip out all of the expenses that you incur and actually find what a percentage of this fee, what a percentage of this fee, and this fee, you'll came to the realization that the ads is taking actually more than people say. Today, produce something is not a big deal. Even to ship something is not a big deal. The big deal is to be on the shelf, to make that people see you, and to make that people actually buy your stuff. So that's why it's so unbearable to people to understand that, because they have this perceived value of a loss for the ads that they see. But to rectify that, we have all of the beautiful tools and beautiful software and beautiful integration with AI across everything, across all of the business nodes that we're actually doing, right? So for example, the Propamp.ai, it takes all of the data of your unit economics, and you can definitely spot how much of an ads you're actually selling, not on profit, but you just flushing your money on the wrong keywords. That's why I have like outlined a couple of notes to address the issue, is that the marketplace is a magnet of a hot traffic that is driven by the keyword. So the marketplace, essentially, it's not your store. It's not like Shopify store that you need to Google. No, the marketplace is selling, the people come to Amazon or come to marketplace, they already hot, you know, they already eager to spend money, and they search for the thing that they want to spend money on, and they search it by the keywords. Keywords is essential. So keywords in the marketplace realm is a shelf where your product is located. And there is like a long tail keyword or a short tail keyword. I don't know. The example would be like a spatula, right? You sell spatulas. You can use your keyword spatula on your PPC advertising campaign, and you'll be just spending money ruthlessly, because this is a short keyword. It doesn't say anything specific, anything like precisely for your customer. However, if you sell spatulas for middle-aged white males with a little toy picture on it, and you specify this long tail keyword, this is a long tail keyword, spatulas for middle-aged white male is a long keyword, and if you address this keyword on a PPC, you'll see that you will spend less. Yes, of course, you will sell less, but you will spend less as well. So your job would be to tame the long tail keywords first. So you find your list of all of the long tail keywords that directly addresses the problem that your product solves, so you can spend your money on long tail keywords. So it will not be that devastating emotionally to spend money on that, because you will spend less on advertising, you will receive more revenue as well. However, when you tame them, when you get your position on the shelf, then you can strip out some words out of your long tail keywords. Then you can erase the white male from your keyword, right? And you can say like spatulas for male, or spatulas for middle-aged, one income, no kids, or what's the acronym? Anyway, yeah, sorry. So then you'll start to shorten the keywords, and you'll be driving your ads and selling more. And the last thing that I want to address, that once you do all of that, you're pretty set up. You just expand to other marketplaces, or add some variation of the product, and you're just selling, right? You have your margin, and you're this happy seller who does nothing. However, there is a problem with that, is that if you not improve your product, and if you neglect improving it in, let's say, adding some features or adding bag or using another packaging, you're just losing your position to your rival, to your competitor. Why? Because we live in a world of abundance. To produce something is not a big deal. And once you get your keywords in check, and once you have your position on the shelves in check, it's just a matter of time when the stronger, bigger, sexier competitor will come and just kick you out of it. So once you're on the sweet spot, when you are not worrying about your perceived value anymore, and you just like comprehend the perceived value of the gains, because the gains has limits as well, you see. Like when you work more and earn more, it doesn't have any pleasure anymore. It doesn't have anything. So that's why neglecting the product improvement is just easy way to lose your shelf. That's why it's super important to make improvements for your product, to add some features, to read the customer reviews, and flourish within marketplace selling. Now I guess that's it. My name is Roman. If you like it, please share with the Amazon seller. Please encourage them to use the Propamp.ai, because this whole thing can be explained in AI and can be shown where exactly your profit drain is and how exactly you need to set up your keywords in order not to suffer from the perceived value of a loss from your advertising and live happily ever after. All right. Thank you so much. This is Roman. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.